studio this morning to check on things and maybe get in a little practice of my own. So this will be more of a follow along, again, basic instruction. So intermediate, try to move nice and slowly, breathe nice and deeply. If there's something that you come across in the video that isn't in your yoga toolbox, if you know any sort of modifications, I'll try to offer some of those in the practice as well. You can still continue on through maybe the next half hour or so, okay? So what we're going to do first is take a little break, right? Doesn't seem, I mean, we've been taking lots of breaks maybe lately, naps maybe more we have, relaxing on chairs and couches, and maybe not being as active as we were before this whole crisis right now. So, but nonetheless, get into your space. So wherever you are, if you're in your living room, or if you've got a yoga space, or you're fortunate to be able to practice outside, just take a few moments. One, to settle into the space, get comfortable there, relax, kind of disconnect from the outside, and move inward, right? That's what we're trying to do here. And get in touch with yourself there, and the breathing. So start to move into your breath, and from there we'll sit up and we'll start our practice, okay? So we'll lead you through that. So you can relax out onto your back, take the feet apart, turn the palms up. Make any last movements there, and then settle. And just start to breathe nice and deeply in and out of the nose, and try to form your yogic breath, that 3-part breath. One more really nice deep breath in here. Let it all go. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then start to roll the hands and the feet around nice and slowly at the wrists and the ankles. Big circles in one direction. Then now pause and go in the opposite direction. Round and around. Slow it down a little bit. Let your head roll from side to side as you do that. A little multitasking. Good. Let's relax the limbs. Bring the chin back to center. And then slide the legs together. Circle the arms back alongside the head. Now point the toes. Reach the fingers away. Take a really nice deep breath in. Fill yourself up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then exhale. Relax your arms down to the sides. Press the palms there. And you can walk the feet back or draw them right up into the chest. Reach up through the fronts of the knees and just rock from side to side here. Nice comfortable massage. So this massage is along the spine and the back. Also gets the abdominal muscles working a little bit here, the core. Good. From here, we're going to roll up, or roll over to the right, and press yourself up to a seated position. So we're just going to find a comfortable seat on our yoga mat. So whatever that is for you, if you need a little lift under the hips to be comfortable, you can place that there. Block, sometimes I use the blanket as well. We're just going to be here for a moment, so just try to sit up nice and tall, lift up through the crown, relax the shoulders down and away, and then gently squeeze them back. Good. Good. Now we're going release the hands off the legs, bring the palms together to the heart center. Sitting up nice and tall here. Press those thumbs into the sternum. We're going to start our practice with an Om. Let's take a really nice deep breath in, fill up. Into a standing position. So come right up to the top of your mat. We're going to open the feet up to that hip bone distance. Big toes are in slightly closer than the heels. Feet look like the number of 11 alongside the long edges of your mat. Good. Stand up nice and tall here. Roll the shoulders back. Keep that squeeze between the shoulder blades. And then roll the palms open. The chin, you want to maintain level with the earth. Softness into the knees allows us to press down into the ground. Rooting allows us to extend up nice and light. Good. We're going to move into some sun salutation. So moving nice and slowly, we'll do several rounds, maybe 6. So take a nice deep breath in, fill yourself up, and exhale, bring the palms together to the heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Good, and then keeping the arms alongside the head, exhale and reach forward, fold over the legs. Now, here we want to bring the fingertips down to the earth, so you may have to bend your knees. Okay? So bring the fingertips down, and then on a breath in, we're going to step back with that right foot, lower the knee, point the toe, and we're going to fill up the lungs here. Let's just open up here on this side. Rising up onto those fingertips, and we protect the wrist by gathering the fingers together. Good, let's take one more nice deep breath in here. Fill up, hold the breath, curl the right toes under, step back to the top of a push-up. Hold yourself here. So just push the earth away, gazing straight down to the earth. We're in that plank position. Remember, you can always lower the knees down, keep the toes curled under. Good, inhale. And then exhale, lower the knees, keep the hips up, lower the chest, the chin, or tucking the chin, the forehead. Good, now on an inhale, we're just going to slide forward, dropping the hips, pointing the toes. This moves us into this gentle back bend here. Press into the tops of the feet. We're not going to push too much into the hands here. We're going to grip with those fingers, pull back. Good, we're going to take one more nice deep breath here. Curl the toes under. As you exhale, push right up and back into an inverted V here. So it's the first one. We'll take a couple of moments just to introduce some stretch there, and then we'll settle into both of the feet, the big toes, heels, palms. Push, but relax the head. Good, push into those big toes. Good, from here we do the same foot, so the right one, we're going to inhale, step forward, lower to the left knee, point the toes. Again, we're up on the fingertips, gathering them, so we protect the wrist. We can lift up, look up, breathe. Good. Inhale, fill up, curl the left toes, and then as you exhale, step forward, lifting the hips, left foot next to right, and fold over those lifted hips. Draw the face, the chin, the nose, the forehead in towards the legs. Good. Push into those feet. Feel that stretch. Good. Now soften the knees. Inhale, reach the arms forward, right alongside the head, and then start to stand up. Straighten the body, reach up, look up, and then exhale, relax the arms down. And here we are back in our starting position of Tadasana. Good, so we're going to move to the left side of the body now, and then from there we're going to continue to do that cycle, moving with the breath, 5 more rounds. Good, so take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring the palms together, heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, reaching forward, fold over the lifted hips. Bring the fingertips down, bending the knees. Good. Left foot. Inhale, step back, fill up, point the toes. Hold the breath, step back, top of a push-up. Now exhale, knees, chest, chin, or forehead. Inhale, slide through, top of the feet down, curl the toes again. Exhale, push right up and back, inverted V. Left foot, inhale, big step forward, right knee down, point the toes, fill up the lungs. Exhale, step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach forward, up, arch back. Exhale, relax the arms down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Palms or fingertips to the earth. Inhale, right leg back, fill up, look up, point the toe. Hold the breath, step the left leg back, top of a push-up. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or forehead. Inhale, slide through, arch to the back, curl the toes. Exhale, hips rise. Right foot, inhale, big step forward, left knee down, fill up, look up. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach forward, up, and arch the back. Exhale, relax the arms down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, palms to the earth. Left foot, inhale, big step back, fill up. Right leg back, and we exhale, knees, chest, chin, or forehead. Inhale, slide through. Exhale, hips rise. Good. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down. Exhale, right foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach forward, up and arch the back. Exhale, relax the arms down. Inhale, and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up, maybe arching back. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the earth. Inhale, right foot back, fill up, look up. Left foot back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, forehead. Good. Inhale, slide through. Exhale, hips rise. Inhale, right foot, left knee down. Exhale, left foot forward and fold. Inhale, reach forward, up, and arch the back. Exhale, relax the arms down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up, arch back. Exhale, reach forward, fold, palms to the earth. Inhale, left foot back, fill up, right leg back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, forehead. Inhale, slide through. Exhale, hips rise. Good. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, reach forward, up, arch back. Exhale, relax the arms down. Now step your feet apart and just relax here. Breathe. So with the eyes closed, we can make some observation of our body temperature. Maybe it's risen a little bit. The heart rate has increased and our breathing rate has increased. So by breathing deeply here, relax and get the breath to slow, the heart will follow. Step the feet back to that hip bone distance, and we're going to lower down to the earth. So I want you to use caution here when we start to lower down. So your own personal best effort without causing yourself any injury, of course. So we're just going to soften into the knees a little bit. Bend them. Take your arms straight out in front of you. Draw those shoulders back. Good. Now we're going to peel up the heels. We're going to come up onto those toes. So what we'll observe as we tune into the toes is they keep trying to fall outward. So keep that inward pressure into that big toe. Nice and heavy there. Good. Maybe you can straighten the legs here and rise up a little bit higher. Don't forget to squeeze the shoulders back. Good. Now take one more breath here. Exhale, we're going to start to bend those knees. Keep those heels lifted. So just do the best you can. See if you can bring those hips right down to the heels. Good. Do you need these arms as balance? If not, maybe you can bring them out to the heart. If you try that, or into the heart. If you try that, you can take them back up. Good. Just a couple of breaths here. Now we're going to release out onto the back. So you can bring the fingertips down to the earth first, or you can try to lower that seat there with control and then lie down. Just a few breaths. Good. So from here, slide the legs together and circle the arms back. Tuck the chin in a little bit. Now really point those toes, reach those fingers. Take a nice deep breath in and stretch the body out. Exhale, relax the arms down to the sides. So here, plant your palms, lift up your upper back and roll your shoulder blades under. And then the head, you tuck the chin and rest on the occipital bone. Bend the knees and plant the feet. So we want them at that hip bone distance. You don't want them really wide, you don't want them right together. So there's about that 2 fist distance there. So tuck your tail as well. You're going to feel a change in the spine there. So it's different, there's some activity. So push into the feet, push into the length of the arms and the shoulders, the back of the head, and then inhale, lift your hips up as high as you can. And then as you exhale, lower nice and slowly from top, middle, and bottom. So again, we're linking that movement and breath. Tuck the tail, inhale, push into the feet. We lift the hips up, push the navel up, push into the lengths of the arms, and then exhale, slowly release, upper, middle, low back, tail down. Good. Again, inhale. Fill yourself up, lift the hips, lift everything up, exhale, release. Now, be sure to keep that pressure into the big toes, just like when you were in that earlier standing posture. This maintains that distance between the knees. They won't fall apart from one another. And don't overly squeeze. So it's almost like we say sometimes, or Susan says, that we have that imaginary block. Or if you need it, you can place the block there. Good. So the next time we're going to take a deep breath in, we're going to come up and pause. Good. So you've been moving, like flexing the spine back and forth. So depending on your practice, you might be good right here with the arms nice and straight, palms pressing. You may be able to keep the arms straight and walk them under the body. The tips of the thumbs or the fingers might touch. You may be able to interlace the fingers, making that fist. If you make the fist, make sure the whole edge of the arm can stay down. Maybe you can walk up onto the shoulders a little bit. One at a time there. Good. Keep that pressure to the feet. Push the hips up a little bit higher. Good. Then the low ribs, we want to lift them. Move the heart towards the chin by pressing into the length of the arms. Good. Breathe in here. Good. Take one more nice deep breath in. Lift up a little bit higher. Come up onto the toes. Release the hands out from underneath you. And slowly release down onto the back. Draw the knees up into the chest. Good. And then you can lift up into a little ball here. Do a little squeeze, a little opposite, a little counter posture. Good. Relax. Good. Now option is the side rock. Right? We call it a reset. And we want to move from this back position to a seated position so we can also come into it from rolling the length of the spine. So taking a grip on the back of the legs, massaging in this manner as well. Keep the chin tucked in if the feet go over the head. Okay, we're going to roll right up to a seated position and extend the legs out nice and long. So again, if you need that little wedge or that little lift, you can add it under the seat here. Sit up nice and tall. Pull the toes back. Good. So counter pose to our bridge will be a seated forward fold. So we're going to bring the palms right down alongside us here. sit up nice and tall. So again, don't push into the hands at this point. You want to keep the seat down, so if that causes a bend in the elbows, just squeeze the elbows in towards the sides. You'll feel that opening across the chest. Breathe nice and deeply. Close the eyes. Good. On your next breath in, sweep both of the arms forward, bring them right up alongside the head. 3 breaths. Exhale, lean towards those toes, but don't release all the way down. We don't want this arching in the back. We want to try and keep the spine nice and straight. So this is as far as I can come before that upper body wants to give way there. So I'm going to pause. Now we're going to inhale, fill up, sit up, and then exhale, lean towards the toes. And then inhale, fill up, sit up, reach up, and then exhale, lean forward, but this time we're going to release our hands down. So if you easily grab the toes without overreaching, you can do that. Don't grab the heels, you can grab the feet, the ankles, the calves. So if you can grab those toes, you can still draw the shoulders back, bending the elbows. Spine stays nice and straight. Good, take a really nice deep breath in, flex those feet. And then exhale, we're going to go to that furthest place. And before we round out, we're going to pause and we're going to bow the chin. Breathe deeply here. So we have a lot of activation going on. So the feet are flexed. We've got that grip maybe on the feet, the ankles, or the calf muscles. We're using just enough of that upper body strength to draw our spine, our whole upper body there. Keep reaching the top of the head forward. The shoulders are pulling back here. Good. So take one more nice deep breath in. Really fill yourself up. Extend. Exhale. Fold to that furthest place. Now starting with the head, we're going to inhale. Lift through the back of the head. As you exhale, reach the arms forward up alongside the head. Inhale. Sit up nice and tall. Turn your palms out and circle them down to the earth. Now, take the hands back behind you, about a foot or so, and we want to be able to bend into those elbows here a little bit. And if that's not comfortable for your wrists and this is better, you can try this action there. Good. So we're going to point the feet, squeeze between your shoulder blades, release back into those palms a little bit. Look down the front of the body. Now on an inhale, roll up on the heels. Lift your hips up away from the earth. Keep looking down the front of the body. Try to bring the soles of the feet down. Really push the hips up, hearts lifted. Now, maybe you can look up to the ceiling. This might be okay for you. There's no pain in the neck. Look straight up. Good. Inhale. Maybe safely you can release the head back. Breathe here. We do not want any pain in yoga. If there's any pain in any posture, we want you to come out of it, take a break, and make sure everything's okay. Maybe you can rejoin us. Please don't take it to that extent. Take one more nice deep breath in. Now look forward, and we're going to exhale. Slowly lower the hips down. I'm going to go ahead and swing my legs around and lie on the belly. So bring your hands up to the top of the mat and take a break here, just for a couple of moments. Breathe nice and deeply. Good. So now we're going to separate the hands. Bring the forehead down. So now we're laying on the front of the body on the floor. Forehead's on the earth. Bring the palms right back beside the chest. So we want to make sure they're not forward ahead of the shoulders. Fingertips should be behind the tops of the shoulders. Plant the palms there. Squeeze your elbows into your sides. Now press into the tops of your feet. Really, really firmly. And this will engage the whole leg. Knees might lift up off the earth. Hips are connected. Good. Now we're going to grip with those fingertips like we had claws. And inhale, send the chin forward and lift through the back of the head. So we're not pushing into those palms here. They're just on the mat and we're pulling back. You can see we can move on the flesh here a little bit. Squeeze the elbows in. Keep pushing into the tops of the feet and look up through the brow. Good. Now we want to keep the hips connected to the earth. You can start to apply some pressure into those palms and see if you can lift yourself up. So keeping a bend in the elbows. How high can you go today? Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Hip bones connected, feet are pressing. Palms are pressing now. Lift the chin, take one more nice deep breath here. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Now we're going to make that pillow and we're going to lie on the opposite ear. Big toes touch, heels fall apart. And just breathe here. Nice and deeply. Good. We're going to separate the hands. We're going to bring the forehead down again. And this time we're going to bend our knees, bring our heels in towards our buttocks, and reach back for either the top of the feet or those ankles. So when you grab them, and you might have a strap, you could use that as well. Flex the feet or the toes. So if you have the feet, you'll flex the toes. If you have the ankles, you'll flex the feet. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. On the inhale, we'll send the chin forward and start to lift up. Now we're going to press the feet into the hands and pull on those feet at the same time. Let's see if we can lift them up a bit. Coming into bow. Good. Take one more nice deep breath in. And exhale, release it down. Bring your forehead down. Release the feet. Palms beside the chest, nice and slowly. We're going to push up to the hands and knees, and then we're just going to walk ourselves back and take a child's pose here. So we're going to relax down, forehead down. Good. If the forehead doesn't come down, you can make that cushion in with the hands again, or even the fist. Just try to relax the neck and the shoulders. Forehead down, arms can come back. Bring the palms beside the head now, nice and slowly. We push up to the knees. So we sit back, thighs together into our Vajrasana. So just a resting pose here. Seated twist. So the legs are together, and we're going to come over to the left edge of our mat. So we're over on the left side of our yoga mat. We're going to let the right hip and hand come down, and then step the right foot across. And move that right foot out from beside the hip so that we're not sitting on it. And at this point, if this hip is really lifted, we want to straighten that right leg and flex the foot. We keep the left ankle and foot right by the knee joint there. Good, so we should be able to sit up nice and tall. So anchor heavily into that left big toe. You can have that gentle hold there for a few more moments. Shoulders are nice and square, sitting up. And this can be in both of the positions. Good. So we're going to take the left hand, bring it up behind the body. So at this point, we want to make a second spine or a pillar. So the left fingertips or the palm. And we slide the arm in, right up the spine. Good. And then we can release the right arm up. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, reach up nice and high, and then turn towards the left and drop the right arm like a gate. And try to be above your elbow joint. Thumb up. Good. I'm going to look over my left shoulder here. Sit up nice and tall. And on your exhale, we're going to press into that right elbow and roll the left side of the chest back. We're forming our twist. Breathe deeply here. one more nice deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, twist to your furthest place. And on the inhale, we'll look forward. And we'll exhale, release that twist. Good, so from here, we're going to stack that left leg on the right and press back up to the knees. So now we're sitting on the left edge of the mat, and we're going to move over to the right. Okay, so from the right edge of our mat, we'll let the left hip, left hand come down, and then we'll bring the right foot around. And the same thing goes here. If you straighten the right leg, let's straighten the left. Keep the right ankle and foot right there by the left knee joint. Good, so from here, finding your sitting position, we'll prepare. Now this time it's the right hand, we'll take it behind us, slide it in as close as you can, fingertips or palm, make that second spine. And we're going to release the left arm up alongside the head, take a nice deep breath in, and then turn towards that right side and drop that left arm like a gate. And again, try to be above the elbow joint, and thumb up. Good. Now we're going to look over the shoulder. My voice might disappear here a little bit. So look over that shoulder behind you. And inhale, fill up, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, put some pressure into that left arm and roll the right shoulder back. Chin will follow. Twist the spine. Keep breathing. Keep applying that active twist. Good. One more nice deep breath in. And exhale. Twist your furthest place. Inhale. Look forward. And we're going to release that twist. Good. We're going to bring that right knee to stack on the left. And we're back up onto the knees. Just relaxing there for a moment. Good. So from here we're going to come into a squat for just a few moments. So mid-mat, we're going to come up, take the feet out to the edges of the mat, and we'll only be in the squat for a few moments. So if your heels lift up and you know you need a little bit of a wedge there, you can roll up your mat or a nicely rolled up blanket. Otherwise, we let the hips sit down. Think about a target there between the heels where the tailbone will point. Good. Arms are on the inside of the knees. Let's see if you can sit up just a little bit. Good. Now bring the palms together. The arms are going to stay level with the earth here for a moment. So very important. Keep the palms all the way together and then start to draw those hands back towards you. And we'll start to get some leverage there and opening. You'll feel that. And then we can shift the hands up into the heart center. Put a little tuck into your tail here, hold the low belly in, and again, that space there, right at the top of the neck, lift it up nice and high. Good, breathe deeply. Good, take one more nice deep breath in. Exhale, let all that breath go, squeeze it all the way. Good, now we're going to relax just a little bit. Just like you had hinges on those arms, keep them inside the knees, but bring the arms forward and parallel with the earth, level with them. We're going to lift our fingers up. So now we're in our next position. We just need to transition from feet to hands in our crow posture. So we're going to start by lifting up the heels. And then bring the heels of the hands down, the palms down. Don't lose that connection there with the knees and the elbows. Now this is a very important thing. The palms are planted nice and wide, and we're looking ahead of us, out in front. So if you start to lift the hips, you'll see these start to come over that elbow-knee junction. And they start to become stacked, and I'm floating here. So you're resting on the palms, gripping of course, looking just ahead of you. Maybe you can bring the tips of those toes together. Good. Breathe in your crow. And if you're coming out, just keep trying. Good. Take one more nice deep breath in here. Exhale. Lower the toes down. Bring one hand behind you and lower down onto the seat. Bring your heels up to the top of the mat. Nice and wide. Take your arms out in front of you. Draw your shoulders back. Inhale. Set up nice and high. And then as you exhale, slowly tucking the tail or unrolling the body. Good. Low back, now coming. Mid back. As the upper back begins to settle, go ahead and reach those arms back. Bring the legs together. Point the toes. Take one more breath in. And exhale. Relax the arms down to the sides. We're going to go ahead and set ourselves up for relaxation here. Just closing the eyes. Letting go of your deep yogic breath and just let it be natural. Make any last little movements to the body and start to settle in here. So try to take at least 5 minutes here. Maybe a little longer if you can. And just relax in Shavasana. Relax.